I'm going to be really blunt and tell you something that I know about you. You're not making enough money with social media. And I can tell you why. You probably got all excited about it a couple of years ago. You tried taking the advice from the big social media gurus out there. You got 4,000 Facebook fans and 18,000 Twitter followers. But in the end, you found it was a huge time suck and you didn't make any money with it. So now you've basically given up on it as a business building tool. Yes, you may be making a few posts every once in a while, but you're really not taking it seriously anymore. This is not unusual. Throughout history, every time a new opportunity arises, people tend to flock to it. Try what everyone's saying is the secret to get to the pot of gold, fail, then declare that the opportunity was a bust. But in every one of those situations, there are a few people who look at things differently, who test until they find out what works, then quietly haul in while everyone else leaves in disgust. That's where we are right now in social media. And with a few simple changes to the way you do things and the right systems, you can become one of those who hauls in while everyone else is saying it doesn't work. It's time to take another look at social media and to look at it as a marketing tool. Because with the strategies that I've developed, the recent Google changes, the new timeline format at Facebook, the advent of the amazing social marketing tool Pinterest, and a number of other changes in social media marketing has become easier and more profitable today than it has ever been. That's right. Recent changes in the social media world have made it so that you can make more money with social media now than at any other time in the past. But here's the catch. It only works if you do it right. The fact is, you've been sold a bill of goods when it comes to how to use social media for business. Social media is a tool. The problem is, you've been taught to use it the wrong way. Because when you look at the list of people who aren't making money using social media, it includes some people who look like they've got it down. They've got tons of friends and followers, lots of posts and page likes, but they've gotten zero love to their bottom line. So, who is making all the money on social media? There are only two kinds of people. It's either the big companies with mega budgets, million-dollar ad agencies, and whole war rooms of people who spend their lives living and breathing social media. Or it's the few smart entrepreneurs and business owners, normal people just like you, who know the steps to take, have systematized their social media efforts, and are doing it right. Let's cut right to the chase. Since it's my job to help you make money online, I am going to show you in the next few minutes the keys to making money using social media. And I am going to do it by comparing those who don't make money using social media to those who do, focusing only on what normal-sized companies do. First key difference is that those who fail to make money using social media focus on conversation with their followers, while those who succeed in making money focus on giving them content. Now, I know this is exactly the opposite of what you've been told in the past, but remember, there's a reason why you haven't been making money with social media. We all know that what social media does best is to develop relationships with people. The difference between those who make money and those who don't is who those relationships are with and what those relationships are based upon. Those who focus on the conversation do exactly that. They converse with people about the stuff that people generally talk about. Sports teams, movies, or maybe the hottest restaurant in town. And as a result, they get fans and develop relationships around sports teams, movies, and the hottest restaurant in town. But there's the problem. Those fans aren't interested in what they have to sell. So when they eventually get around to trying to move that conversation to business matters, those fans are out of there. Or if they're not, they're certainly not buying what they have to offer. On the other hand, those who make money using social media usually focus on providing their audience with information they need or want to know about the subject of their expertise. They still hold conversation, but that conversation flows out of the content they provided. So the conversation is about their expertise. It all comes down to this. If you focus on conversation and relationships, you turn your followers into personal friends who like you, but they don't buy from you. If you focus on content and the conversations that flows out of that, you generate huge amounts of trust and become known as an expert. This turns into business relationships that put cash into your bank account. People don't hire lawyers because they like them. People hire lawyers because they trust that they will help them win their case. It's your choice. You can use social media in your business to create friends, or you can use it to create a fortune. You can't do both. Before we go on, let me give you an example of this. Ashton Kutcher, big movie and TV actor and producer. He has something like 11 million friends on social media. He loves to have social media conversations about where he's going clubbing tonight and what he's wearing these days. But his movies are bombing left and right, and his TV ratings aren't so hot either. So how is all this social media conversation helping his bank account? Not so much. Contrast that with Tony Robbins. He's not on social media all day long. His posts are relevant, strategic, and drive people to his content. They're not endless, directionless conversations. Is Tony making money from social media? You bet he is. But here's the thing. You can't just put up any content, and you certainly can't just put up content that pitches your stuff. And it will kill you if everything you post is your own content. There's a system you need to learn to use content effectively. And even though you think you know how to do what I'm talking about, you're probably wrong. Like I said, there's a reason you're not making money from your social media. Hint, when you put the right content system in place, you can have someone else do the bulk of your social media work for you. I've got to pause here and tell you something that I've noticed about many of the so-called social media gurus out there. The ones who teach you that you're supposed to focus on conversations and who have huge numbers of followers on their social media accounts. Very bluntly, most of them don't have a real life. Social media has become their life. They're chained to their computer, their cell phone, and their iPad. I suspect you have no desire to spend your life chained to the social media world. Social media is supposed to be a tool, not your life. I remember one dinner one night with several of these so-called social media gurus. It was a great restaurant with amazing food, but it was virtually impossible to have a coherent conversation with any of them. All night long, cell phones were dinging. They were texting, updating their status, and posting pictures to show off the fact that they were eating with such august company. They were even posting pictures of the dinner plate that they didn't get to enjoy because they were so focused on engaging with their audience. They were so busy hanging out with their online tribe that they didn't have the time or the courtesy to hold an intelligible conversation with their real live friends sitting at the dinner table with them. On the other hand, as I enjoyed some amazing salmon and had a real deep and relationship-cementing conversation with a non-guru sitting at the table, my cell phone sat in my pocket, quiet and well-behaved all evening long, with the exception of one cute picture of my grandson which arrived via text. But that's not all. And this is the cool thing. My bet is that none of the other gurus at that table made any money that night. On the other hand, when I got back to my room, there were 3 orders sitting in my inbox. Oh, and by the way, my followers did actually receive 2 texts and a Facebook update during that evening. But those weren't name-dropping about the dinner. They were content posts, pre-posted and scheduled several days before. Which lifestyle would you rather have? Chained to your social media audience and cell phone, putting nothing into your bank account? Or enjoying a nice dinner while the orders roll in? I thought so. So, immediately, stop trying to make friends and start attracting and selling to raving fan customers. Start concentrating on building business relationships. Stop being their peer and start being their leader. That's what your customers really want, an authority to show them the way. It's vital that you understand that there is a correct system for gaining the right audience for your business and interacting with them in a way that causes them to become paying customers. Most people get that system wrong. My job is to help you get it right. There's one more thing that those who make money with social media do that those who fail don't do. Those who succeed have a system for their social media. Those who fail don't. A system for targeting the right audience for you, not just anyone with a pulse. A system for finding the best, most relevant content and boiling it down into valuable nuggets that will turn that audience into loyal, raving fan customers. A system for delivering that content via social media so that you can become their hero over and over again, and they want to tell their friends about you